Hi, I'm Rick Dancer. It's February and it only seems natural that we would do something like what we're about to do. We're going to embark on a journey to find out why some of us feel so invisible. We're going to talk to two young ladies and they're going to open our eyes to the world of people who may get missed in the shuffle of everyday life. So hold on to your seat. We got a great episode of Rick Dancer TV for the month of February. I'm not dead. That sounds like something interesting. This first young lady you're about to meet is someone who's very close to me. Her name's Amelia Auville. She experiences Down syndrome. What she told me one day is the whole reason I produced this special back in the KZI days. She said, Rick, I stand behind a glass wall and I bang and I bang and I bang on that wall and I can't get in because you have to break down the wall. She said, Rick, I feel invisible. And that led to this story.
16.
What would it be like to spend your life stuck in the middle?
When I came, the doctors didn't know I had Down syndrome, so it was really hard for them. So what happened is they had to do all tests on me, saying if I do or not. And my dad said to the doctors, saying, I know my daughter has Down syndrome. I can see her with her face.
You know you're different, but not that different.
People look at me weird and funny way, when I walk down the hallways, people in bubbles and they don't look at me. And they always think I look so different and I don't feel like because I'm in a special group in Sheldon called the Life Skills, and it's really hard because some of them have schools and class they hang out with and I don't.
We're going to respect ourselves today by...
Life Skills is what it says. It's a class that teaches Amelia Auville and those like her basic skills for living life. Does it still take you longer to learn things?
Yeah, it takes a long time. I always have to think it through my head, and it takes me so long. People really always out of patience and not waiting for me to answer that question. Amelia
is safe inside this classroom, accepted. But still, she's not like everybody else, not even here.
Because I have an advisor named Greg, and he helps me a lot with other people to get along with. And it feels really great.
When you step out of the door of that classroom,
yes,
what happens?
I feel isolated right after I left the door.
Are you invisible?
Yeah.
Trapped, stuck, a young woman who doesn't fit in anywhere. She knows just enough about her difference to make it hurt.
Whenever I walk down the hallway, I see all these people, and I have to get some notes, go to my class, get some notes, and when I walk by there, people just don't come to me and say hi to me, and it feels really kind of weird to me.
They don't say hi to you?
No, they don't say hi to me. They don't say I'm walking down the hallway all by myself. No one doesn't say hi to me.
Life has never been easy for Amelia. It could be. She's not looking for problems, just relationships, friends, people who care. But even more than that, people she can care about. I bet you'd be a good friend to somebody, wouldn't you?
Yes, I will.
You just want the opportunity to do that.
Yes.
Amelia is lonely because people don't take the time to know her.
I'm on the outside and people are on the inside, but it kind of feels weird because people are looking inside but not the outside.
From her perspective, those of us who live in the so-called normal world live on the inside. She and those like her are on the outside, separated by an invisible shield that we control.
I'm always the outside person because people are inside because they always have friends and they always don't want to make friends with others who have disabilities. So it's kind of hard for me. If they turn around and I ask them a question and they turn around, they don't talk to me, it feels like I'm invisible because I'm not there. There's a wall right there between me and that person. And so I don't feel like they're right there, or if I'm right here, I would rather be over there instead of being over here. on the outside looking at them.
Amelia doesn't want to be any else.
There's some people just stare at me just to my disability.
She really does like who she is. She wonders, why don't people on the inside look beyond? She's there, waiting for someone to acknowledge her.
It was so hard, I just cried. I couldn't, because no one doesn't like me, no one doesn't even see me, doesn't talk to me.
It's not who she is. Down syndrome is just part of her.
I always want to be normal. It's really hard. At first, in my middle school year, it was so hard for me. No one doesn't want to talk to me, no one. And it felt really, really weird.
Amelia is very social. She's willing to share her life, but even more than that, Amelia is a young woman who is truly interested in the lives of other people. She loves dances, a football game, a movie, just with someone. Anyone, really.
Yeah, I like to freaking go with it, yes. Sometimes I ask, but sometimes they're always so busy. Or I call them and I just ask them, saying I just want to hang out with you and go out with me. And sometimes they're always so busy, or the parents won't let them to go out.
What if there were a special set of glasses that would allow those of us on the inside to truly see the heart of those who live on the outside? What would we see?
Do you think you are normal?
I think I am, yes.
Or two?
Yes, thank you, Meg.
What if you are on the inside and everybody else is on the outside and you just don't know it?
Yeah.
How does God see you?
When I see God, I feel great. It feels really great. God really lights me up a little bit. I don't read Bibles a lot. I just know it affected me a lot about God and myself and my disability.
See you though. How does he see Amelia? What does he see you like?
He sees me having a disability and he doesn't know I having problems with it.
So he sees you as normal?
Yeah. I have a lot of careers I want to work for. I like to be a dog walker. I like to be a trainer for dogs. And I like to babysit. I like little kids.
But Amelia also wants to be a voice to bridge the divide between her world and the world she so desperately wants to connect with. But she can't do it alone. Someone needs to listen. Someone has to hear her. Someone must have the guts to shatter the glass wall that separates the two worlds.
Are you lonely?
Yeah,
You are.
always.
All right, you guys, so this is Amelia Auville, and she is the woman that the story you just saw on the show was all about. They just saw the story from back in the day. Remember when you were a little kid
Yes,
in high school?
yeah.
So how did we meet?
The first time I met Rick when I went to KEZI, and I wanted to be on his show talking about what's it like to have a disability. And I met him at KZI, and I was on his water cooler, and we had a long interview.
And then you told me that you used to feel invisible.
I do. I know every time that I walk like hallways or anywhere public places, sometimes people just like stare at me. Sometimes my disability kind of affects people.
And so all they see is Down syndrome, and they don't see you.
Yeah, they don't. Sometimes I get a stare, and sometimes I get this impression that people just look at me and see that I have a disability, but they don't always feel like I'm just like them, like I'm the people on the bus, taking the city bus.
So what is it like now? We did that story gosh, Amelia, I think we did that story 10 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
So what's life like now?
Life right now has been doing a lot better. Now I'm working with kids, with preschool kids.
So what else do you want to tell people?
I want to tell people that with people with my disabilities or anyone with a disability, need to be more accepted.
Hello, I'm Leona Houston with Country Financial. I've spent years in our community helping families protect their homes, their cars, and their lives. Complete financial security doesn't end with insurance. I'm also here to help you plan for your retirement. I'm backed by a team of professionals that can help you achieve your goals. Together, we'll set up a step-by-step plan to help you reach your financial security. Let's talk soon.
Another friend we're bringing on board as a sponsor for our Rick Dancer programming is Brinkers Restoration Contractors. Carlos is a friend of mine, and he just signed up to do this because he really believes in the power of you. And what he does is he comes into your home. If you had water damage from the recent storms, or your toilet overflowed and ruined your floor, or just damaged some things, honestly, just about anything, your shower's leaking, you just need somebody who can come in and has a top-notch crew, can take care of the issues that are bothering your home, and make you feel at ease. And he's super fair. I know this guy. I trust this guy, and he will not overcharge you. In fact, if anything, Carlos does stuff that he shouldn't probably do for free. He's super helpful, and he's a good guy. So that's Brinkers Restoration Contractors. I'll put their logo up here. Pay attention to our sponsors, because these are the people that make all of this programming possible. And when you go in there, tell them you saw it on Rick Dancer TV.
In an era where newspapers are struggling and a lot of larger papers are dying, we are doing well because we tend to cover things local, and we offer news that people can't get anywhere else. That's our model, is covering local news and sports and anything to do with the community. Journalism and newspapers and other media sources is important because we have the training. Most of the people that I employ have gone to college and studied journalism, and so what we offer is a source of news that can be trusted. It's in an era where everybody's trying to be the first to get the news out. We actually do some research and talk to the sources and get the story and all the details behind the story.
We have a new sponsor of our Rick Dancer programs, Patrick Olson Automotive. I met Patrick at a networking meeting and just really liked this guy. He's honest, he works hard, he's really super good at what he does, which is fixing cars. And he jumped right on because he loves the fact that we're giving people like you a voice. So if you have mechanical issues with your vehicles, you just need some maintenance or just a little advice, Patrick Olson Automotive. And again, we'll be telling you a lot more about him over on our Facebook programs, but I just wanted to give him a shout out because I highly recommend he and his staff.
Looking for something fun for the whole family to beat boredom, be active, and have a splashing good time? For less than the cost of going to the movies, you can bring the whole family to Splash, where the weather is always perfect, the surf's always out, and no sunscreen is required. Pack a towel and head to Splash at Lively Park in Springfield. For more information, go to willamalane.org. Splash at Lively Park. It's waves of fun.
The next girl you're about to meet touched my life like nothing I've ever experienced before. She's from Coos Bay. She was emancipated from her parents. She lived on her own, and she was one of the saddest people I've ever met. I want you to listen carefully to what she has to say, and not only listen, but watch her face, watch her eyes, watch the sadness.
Sometimes we see what we want to see, and often that makes some people feel invisible.
I matter to myself, and I don't know if I matter to anybody else. Well, I know I do, but I don't feel like I do.
We're too busy to look.
What would it take to change that for you?
It would take people believing in me.
This is Anna Marie's story, but it's really much bigger than that. A lot of us can find bits and pieces of our lives woven in her words.
Nobody knows what I go through. Nobody knows what I've been through.
Anna Marie will tell you what she can about her world.
Me, I'm 16. My life sucked so far, but I make the best of it.
Her dad's in jail for 18 plus years. She doesn't say why. Oh, the reason is so important, but at 16, she can't go there yet.
Well, I've been through a lot, and I somehow stay on top of it.
At her alternative high school in Coos Bay, she struggles to get back on track. Wasted time translates into hard work.
Did you get your GED?
No, I can, but I don't want to. I want to graduate.
Why?
Because I got told I wouldn't graduate, so I'm gonna.
The Harding School is her constant. It's a refuge, a place that gives her something to hold on to.
Do you dream?
I gave up on dreaming a long time ago.
How did a 16-year-old girl become invisible? Life has not always been kind to Anna Marie, but again, that part of the story she'll hold on to for now.
I've cut my wrist. Not deep enough to do any damage, just deep enough to hurt myself a little bit.
What were you looking for?
I was looking for relief.
Sometimes physical pain is easier to handle than the kind that haunts the mind.
I hide behind my mask every day. Just every time I smile, I'm hiding my face.
So take off the mask for me.
I can't. Somebody drove down the road and even glanced at me. They'd see me, they wouldn't know nothing about me. And I want to know people. I want people to know me. I don't know. They just see a girl that looks happy, but nobody knows how miserable I actually am inside.
Anna Marie is on her own.
I couldn't take it. I couldn't take being blamed of everything I wasn't doing, because it just made me not want to succeed in nothing, because they all accused me of being the bad child, and I was trying my best to be good.
She moved out, all the way out.
And my mom asked me, or told me, she goes, I'll pay for you getting emancipated if you want to do it. And so I'm like, okay. And I did it. So I have to work, I have to have a job. And yeah, I'm an adult compared legally I can get in trouble for anything an adult can get in trouble for. Because sometimes I feel like there's nothing, why did all this? Why did I get emancipated? Why do I work so hard? Why can't I be a kid?
Did you ever get to be a kid?
Not really. And I wish most of all right now I could be, but I'm the furthest away from being a kid. I'm 16 and live a life of a 19 or 20-year-old.
Or a 40-year-old?
Yeah. I work 40 hours a week and go to school on top of that. School is important. Because without that, where am I supposed to make it?
Her second chance.
I sleep on a couch right now.
She's tired and stressed out and weary and...
The "and" part's what gets me. Because if I was just working and going to school, I doubt I'd be as tired as I am. But having to stress over what I'm going to eat for dinner, how I'm supposed to do laundry, how I'm supposed to have time to do laundry, that gets to me a lot.
She's hoping to buy this old RV from her mom, set it up at a nearby park, and have her own place.
I work at Burger King, and that's lots of fun. I love work. I love being out of the house. I love being busy. I want a vacation, away from everything, away from everybody, away from myself, yes, and that's not gonna happen, so.
You crave change. You sense it doesn't have to be this way, but the falling, again, is more powerful than the desire for different.
I'm always tired though, mentally, tired of everything, but I don't know how I'd rather have it.
So what really happened to Anna Marie? What happens to all the others?
Nobody understands why I really left. I just think I rebelled and took off. That's not how it was. If I would have stayed here, I don't think I would be here anymore. I don't think I could have made it.
Hiding is never easy. Covering up takes great effort.
Because I get so tired, I just give up on everything. And I just have to go outside and I bawl my eyeballs out for a good almost 10 minutes and then I'm good. I always tell everybody I'm fine. I may be out of my mind and so stressed out I can't handle much more, but I'm always fine. I always put a smile on my face. It's like I hide behind my smile. I felt that way for a long time though, so.
What would happen if you didn't have that to hide behind? What would I see?
You would see somebody fall apart probably.
You really feel like that, don't you?
Yes, I do. Not much people know that.
Anna Marie wants to tell her whole story. She wishes it were possible. She knows that's what makes her invisible. But trust is like a step over the Grand Canyon.
They need to understand that they can't give up on us. They gotta help us as much as they can. They can't just like be mad at us and not want to help us. I know I'm tough. I pretend I'm tougher than what I am though.
Because if you could sit down and really say what you feel, there's a 7-year-old girl in there screaming, isn't there?
Yes.
Just love me, care about me, touch me, talk to me, say that I matter,
Yeah.
all that stuff. It's hard, isn't it?
Yep. I get lonely a lot. Lonely for somebody to care. I got ripped off being a kid, man. I seriously wish I could be a kid. That's what I miss the most right now. I don't even have time to hang out with friends. I don't have time to do nothing.
Invisible. It doesn't have to be this way.
I wish people would open their eyes. Seriously, that's how come I'm here, because somebody opened their eyes and seen how I really was, seen who I was.
You mean I could change somebody's life just by paying attention?
Yes, of course you could.
Seriously?
Yes.
How does that work?
You care a little bit. You just pay attention to somebody. You get to know somebody.
Why does that matter?
Why does that matter? Because people matter. People's feelings matter.
Here is your second chance. Take it and fly.
On the way home in the car from doing that story, my photographer looked over at me and said, "You're not going to let it go, are you?" And I said, "No." So I called a friend. He gave us $5,000. I called Guarantee RV. They sold us a trailer for very little money. We took the trailer over to Coos Bay. We gave it to Anna Marie, paid for 6 months in a trailer park as long as she was in school. And she never had an idea who did it. That's the way you make change. You keep your mouth shut, you go do it, and you just let it happen.
What I will tell you, about our food is that we prepare everything from scratch. So we make sure we hire people that have the passion for making food. That's one of the ingredients. The other one, we make sure that our recipes, they use the ingredients that we tell them to use. And before we put it into the market, we make sure we test, try it. What I love about this business is the people. I'm a people person, so I love to interact with people, and I love to make people feel good.
Ranchito Grill is one of our best clients. We love them dearly. And every month we team up with them to give a free dinner, 2 free dinners actually, to a lucky winner. So all you have to do is go into Ranchito Grill, fill out the form, put it in the bucket right under the Rick Dancer TV sign, and every month we draw a name and we announce a winner. So you're not going to win if you don't participate. And tell Ruben and Abe we said hello.
Credibility is huge. I mean, you put the facts together and you tell the story, the complete picture, then that builds your credibility. Trust is key, because if they don't trust what it is that you're doing every single week, then they're not going to subscribe to the paper, they're not going to buy the paper, they're going to look for other sources to find the news that they want. The best way to stay informed is pick up the paper, and if it's not in the paper, let us know that it's not in the paper so we can go find who we need to get that story. It is about them. It's about the community. That's what the paper is. It's the community paper for Cottage Grove.
For those of you who aren't on Facebook, you're missing out. Are producing a new series of live broadcasts on Facebook called Get Real with Rick Dancer. Everything from fitness to real conversations to real people to real food. It happens at noon on Facebook just about every day. It's supposed to be Tuesdays and Thursdays, but it's growing. So go on my Facebook. You can't friend me, but you can follow me, and it'll alert you every time we have a new show. We're making changes. We're giving you a voice, and we're having one heck of a good time. So join us on Facebook, Rick Dancer TV Facebook. Get Real with Rick Dancer.